Hey, Alex. Thanks for sharing your essay with me. I love to read student writing and to think about like how to help you make it stronger. Okay, so I'm making this video because just like we've never actually had a conversation, and so I thought it might be easier to hear me talk about it rather than just read my comments. Ignore my dog; he's going crazy in the background. Okay, so I think that your topic is really good, writing about this injury that you had and the ways that you had to overcome it. And so I think you just need to do more of showing and not telling. And some of the best college essays are ones that use some narrative structure, so almost writing about an experience like a personal narrative or like a story, and then weaving in the lessons that you've learned. At the bottom of this document, and I'll kind of talk you through the comments in a minute here, but at the bottom of it, I included some what I call mentor texts that are of college essays. And so you might just take a look at a couple of those and read them. They're about really different topics from yours, but sometimes that's helpful. Another thing that is, I think, a really good place for college essays is this, I believe, essays. And so I'll link that in too, but it's like a really short, like impactful way to write about an experience. Okay, so your overall essay, I think, is really strong. One thing I would remind you is that you need to have paragraphs, right? So like the way you sent it to me, and I know it's just a draft, but it was like one big chunk of text. And so you need to make sure that you have multiple paragraphs. And I'm not saying 5 paragraphs or anything like that, but just, think about like, where does my topic change, and start a new paragraph. I think right here at the beginning, instead of just telling the reader about like a time I changed was when I had the surgery, I think it would be really impactful to like for the reader to read about the moment you injured yourself and put us right in that moment when you're on the field and or when you're in the doctor's office. Like, when did you know that this injury was going to be a game changer for you? And that's really helpful. Okay, and then I think moving forward, just kind of, I tried to mark some moments where like you can expand or slow down that moment, is what I like to call it. So like here, this idea that you have been playing since you were 4 years old, that's huge. And so that means to me as a reader, like soccer's part of your identity. I know this about you just through your mom. It's part of who you are. And so how can you convey that with a little more detail? I know if you're like your dad or your mom, like you guys are very left brain people, right? But you need to think about this essay as you're writing to right brain people. And so they want lots of detail. They want lots of emotion. And so think about how you can do that. Okay, I hope that helps. And please let me know if you have questions or if you want me to take a look at the next draft. I'd be happy to do that. Oh, and I thought of something to add. Okay, so down here, you have this sentence, well, for most high school athletes, an injury just means sitting out a sport and nothing more. I kind of find that hard to believe. I think most high school athletes have a level of dedication like you do. And so it does mean something more for most high school athletes. And so what sets you apart, or maybe not even what sets you apart, but just what are the ways in which it influenced you in a deep way? And so you say it taught you more about yourself than you previously knew. I think you could expand on that too. So those are just some suggestions. All right, let me know if you have any questions, like I said, or if you want me to look at another draft. All right, good luck. You have a really great start and really good bones. So that's half the battle. And then it's all revision from there, which is a good feeling.